Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. So every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's get into this Kanye West thing. A few days ago, he said something that the Jewish community didn't like, and as like clockwork, they shut him down on social media. Amazing how they can do that. What that shows me is Kanye has showed us that you don't have the allies that you think you have when it really comes down to it. Yeah, it's about, most of the stuff in this country is perpetuated on racism, right? Black and white, black and Hispanic, white Hispanic versus black, whatever. That's the norm, but that's for us common folk. The people with money, they don't really concern themselves with that to the point of personal life because it's about money. But then when you get money and they get money, trust me, it'll go back to the whole racial aspect, if that makes sense. So anyway, Kanye came out, a couple of weeks or so ago with these White Lives Matter shirt. Everybody was in the uproar about it. I think him and Diddy went back and forth about it. And what was interesting about that, which is how you can tie into this this current Jewish issue is Kanye said he was selling shirts. Diddy told him to stop selling shirts, man, it ain't right, for whatever reason. Then Kanye said something about Diddy getting at him after the Jewish people called him to tell him to stop selling his shirts, or how that the Jewish people is pretty much controlling what P. Diddy is doing. But then he comes out with a tweet saying that he's sleepy that night, and in the morning he's going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Now, that's where everything hit the fan, because now they're starting to try to correlate, I guess, the Holocaust with what he said about DEFCON 3. Now, I looked up the phrase DEFCON 3 or DEFCON 3, whatever the case is. And from what I read, now maybe I'm wrong or maybe you can correct me, it's a statement, it's an American statement, American military statement about taking your defenses up to the next level, period. From what I saw, it had nothing to do with Jewish people or the Holocaust. It's just that basically another way of saying, I got smoke for you guys today, period. And then he wasn't talking, and it's not like he's talking about taking all all the Jewish community and putting them in concentration camps and doing some Hitler type stuff. That ain't what he was talking about. And you know it. They know it. They're just gonna twist it to try to get everybody on their side to say, oh my gosh, you remember the Holocaust? Man, do you remember slavery? Do you remember Jim Crow? Do you remember that stuff? Let's kill that. You know what I'm saying? You went through what you went through, and that's terrible. The people who put you through it, they paid for it. Matter of fact, people who ain't had nothing to do with it are still paying for it, because from what I researched again, your community still getting money, for that, from all over the world. I had nothing to do with it, but somehow I believe part of my tax dollars is help out the Jewish community, who, let's be real, have a big hole in the entertainment business. That is a fact. If you don't believe me, just go look at the last names of a lot of these executives in these positions, in the higher positions of movies, TV, music. You know what I'm saying? They're all they're Jews, they're of Jewish descent. Hell, even in sports. So come on, man. Y'all acting like y'all just poor and destitute and y'all ain't got nothing. Man, the Jewish people, Jewish community is not the same as black community. But I say to say this. There's a story out, and seen it out on the BuzzFeed News, and it reads, the Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance has warned that Ye's anti-Semitic tweets are a threat to black and Jewish relations. My first question is, who the hell is the Black and Jewish Entertainment Alliance? So I looked it up, and it was started sometime last year, actually what was it, February 1st of 2021. Black History Month, where let's say like 140 entertainers and executives got together, created this alliance to try to help with Jewish and Black relations. That sounds good on paper, but here's my issue. When two groups get together, it's usually for one of two reasons. One, it's two groups that are on the bottom, that's being stepped on, kicked on, spat on by people in power. And they're trying to come together to create their own community, their own entity, to come up, help each other come up together. Create a coalition, if you will. Or two, you have a powerful conglomerate or corporation that's pretty much got the market monopolized. And then you have a smaller group of people that is making a buzz, if you will. And they're saying like, hey, how about we take control of this group? Y'all come with us. You still keep your people in the same positions y'all are in or whatever. We'll just help you with our name, come up and be part of our group. And then the smaller group be like, okay, hey, we can join them, and maybe, we can get the benefits they got and come up a little faster and get more worldwide recognition, so we can come up, but we're still under their umbrella. I'm thinking this Black Jew. When I see Black Jewish Coalition Entertainment Alliance, that's what I'm thinking. Because the Jewish is the big, powerful conglomerate. Let's just be for real. And Black folks, we don't have that power. We have people in the entertainment industry, but we don't control nothing. We don't run nothing. They do. But you got people like Antoine Fuqua. That brother is making big strides in the entertainment industry. Yes, he is, but he's not working for himself. Not like a Tyler Perry, who it seems, I'm not really sure, but it seems like he got his own damn studio. So I mean, heck, it is what it is. Big power studio, make all the shows he wants to, but he's on, them folk stations. But I mean, what you gonna do? We don't have no TV stations. I mean, he might can make one, I can create one, but what kind of support would he get? And that be the biggest problem. There's like not enough support from our community with each other for it to happen. But it actually is. It's just not going to happen overnight. And I think that's what a lot of people's problem is, that we feel that things are going to, we all get together, that we all going to become millionaires and billionaires overnight. Man, that stuff ain't going to happen. That ain't how it is. You got to look at history. You got to read. You got to study. You see how the people in power, how they got in power. Nobody got there overnight. They went through stuff, failed, succeeded, whatever. And then in the end, figured out how to do it, and then the rest is history. But I'm going to read some of this from this this BuzzFeed article, and make a couple of statements. Let's say one quote is, Ye's recent statements about the Jewish community are hurtful, offensive, and wrong. The organization, which launched in 2021, said in a statement that perpetuates stereotypes that have been the basis of discrimination and violence against Jews for thousands of years. Words like this tear the fabric of the Black and Jewish relationship. Again, where's the relationship? I mean, there's a relationship, but even a relationship like this, you got to have somebody who's in power and somebody who's, who got to be submissive, I guess. It said members of the Black Jewish community were also quick to call out Yates for his tweets. It said, yeah, Black people can be Jewish. I'm living proof of that. But your Blackness doesn't cancel out your anti-Semitism, and the ideology you purport in this tweet actually harms the very Black Jews you're referencing. He's not referencing Black Jews. This is how they twist in the story. He's not referencing Black Jews, because Black Jews don't control nothing. He was talking about the people that control P. Diddy and having Puffy reach out to him to try to make him stop doing what he's doing. That's who he's referencing. Do not get it twisted, and don't let them twist it up to for you make you don't twist it up in your mind. Twist your mind up with this way of thinking. He said this is grossly offensive and nonsensical content creating Raven Schwam Curtis wrote on Twitter. It says Shakinia Larks. I know I butchered that name. I butchered that name. A program coordinator and diversity trainer at, I don't know, Betco LaShawn, an organization in San Francisco, that advocates for Jews of color pretty soon. So I guess they're going to have Hispanics. It's going to be Jews here pretty soon. Warned that Ye's comments tapped into a dangerous ideology. She said, this black people are the real Jews narrative needs to stop. It is harmful. It is not true. It is historical erasure. It's communal erasure, and it's gotten to the point where people are starting to threaten bodily harm. I'm not going to read the whole quote. Look at her. What you just said is not true. It's not true. I'm going to tell you this much here. Let's just say people of my color or darker skin aren't the original Jews or Hebrew Israelites. I tell you who ain't. I know who ain't the original Jewish or Hebrew Israelites. It's the Ashkenazi Jews. It's these pale skinned Jewish people are not the original Jewish people. They know it, you know it. If you don't believe me, do your research. The girl did this video. She was a black girl, looked like she was putting on some kind of, some facial cream on her face. I don't know, maybe bleaching, I don't know, but probably cleanser. But she said this, and see, that shows you that they'll get even one person that look like us to say things that aren't accurate, that aren't historically true. The original, Hebrew Israelites were people of dark skin. Period. I mean, just again, I'm not gonna get into it, not gonna get too deep. It is what it is. All I'm gonna say is that she is inaccurate. All she gotta do some serious research, or just read the books that your Jewish people give you to read for history. I mean, hell, you wanna do that? Look at the Mormons. The Mormons say that our black skin was a curse up until 70. Hell, they still say that now. You know what I'm saying? And they got videos out of like cartoons that actually depict this. But then you got black people who want to be Mormons. But then they say some of the black people, some of the earliest converts. So yeah, the pale-faced Jews, those are converts to the religion or the way of life. The actual Hebrew Israelites, because it's not a religion, it's a way of life. It's not even a religion. It's a people. Okay, that's the first thing. Let's get that straight. But talking about from Israel, whatever, however they separated from Africa somehow, I don't know, but come on now. Ain't too much more I can say about that. So yeah, so Kanye, to sum this up, man, you had all this money, had all this power. It was okay that you talk about Kim Kardashian. It's okay you talk about, slavery was a choice, and you thought you had people to back. You thought you had them folk that had your back, I guess. But then you come out with this statement, and now they ain't got your back and they shutting you down. And a lot of black folks don't have your back because of the stuff you have said about us. So now you're out there on the island. Now there's a question. Do I think that Kanye, got mental issues? Of course. That man got mental issues like a son gun. But he's even said he suffers from bipolarism. But you see how nobody cares? They out here condemning this brother, but nobody's out here trying to, help him. And got people that say, man, he got the money and the resources, got all the help he wants. They know that. And that's a problem. That can become a problem because some people think when you got a lot of resources, then it's like people will say, since I got all the resources, I get to it when I get to it. Just like anybody who's like just a common human, that may have a drug addiction or don't want to work or alcohol addiction. They know there are thousands of resources out there. So they're like, well, I'll get there when I get there. Right now, I'm having too much fun. Right now, I'm cool. It's all right. And the problem is, by the time you get to those resources, it's too late. Somebody done put you there instead of you putting yourself there, and you done got so far to the bottom that you didn't even realize what has happened. But anyway, man, tell me what y'all think about this. Like I say, Kanye, like I said, I don't say this Jewish Entertainment Alliance, Jewish Black Entertainment Alliance, whatever you want to call it. I don't see where as a whole they have helped black people create their own, an alliance. Like I said, if there was like it's gonna be a real alliance, then you come up We both come up at the same time. Not I'm way up here and I'm gonna help you get better, but in the meantime, you're gonna help build, in the meantime, it's just gonna make me richer and more powerful. While you get, you get the money. I mean, I get $1 million, you get 100,000. I get 10 million, you get $1 million. I get $1 billion, you get 10 million, whatever, 100 million. But you're still on my level. You feel what I'm saying? So, but if we can do it, ain't nothing like having your own. You can do it on your own. You start up with $10 and you make, and you let it multiply and keep growing. You ain't gotta worry about what nobody else got. You ain't gotta worry about what nobody else say about you. And you ain't gotta worry about what you can put out. If Kanye really had his own thing, he get mad at Adidas, cause or whatever kind of disagreement they have. And what's the name? Sway told him years ago, put your own shoe out. And Kanye was like, no, how I'm gonna do that, blah, 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 blah. But dude, you put a shoe out with Adidas and sold all them pairs just on your name alone. So you could have done it. So it could be done. You just have to be able to go out there and take those chances so you can do your own thing. But anyway, like I said, that's all I got to say about this. Tell me what you think about this whole story. I know I touched on a lot. I could have broke this up to probably about 6-7 stories, but tell me what you think. Leave your comment below, share it with the world, tweet it out, what have you. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.